welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we review the latest films. Today we will take a look at Sriram Raghavan's much awaited Merry Christmas. Director Sriram Raghavan has carved a niche for himself as a master of thrillers. While his characters are plotting something wicked and evil, Raghavan the director is like an adolescent who is madly in love. Except in this case, he is in love with cinema. His films are like homage to cinema itself. Hence it comes as no surprise that Merry Christmas is dedicated to Shakti Samanta, the producer-director who gave us some memorable films like Aradhana, Katti Patang, among several others. In the credits, we also find a reference to Eric Romer, who made My Night at Maud's, which is also set during the course of the night, much like this film Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas is based on a French novel by Frédéric Dard, which was also made into a film in French. The book and particularly the 1962 film version largely hinges on the one big twist that comes in at some point. Now what Raghavan and co-writers Pooja Ladda Surti, Arijit Biswas and Anikriti Pandey have done is they have turned it into a delightful romance that lingers and blossoms, but then there is also a dead body that is found. Also in this case, the casting for the lead pair is a clincher. It couldn't have been a more oddball combination than Katrina Kaif, known mostly for her glamorous roles, and Vijay Sethupathi, one of the best actors of this generation. Merry Christmas is a slow burn, and the thing about slow burn is that it should cook at the right flame, and on that count, this film gets it right. It opens with a split screen and two kitchen grinders, one where tablets are being turned into powder and the other with dry chutney in it. The foreshadowing gives an idea that there will be something sinister at play at some point. Now two strangers meet on Christmas Eve. Maria, which is played by Katrina Kaif, is with her little daughter at a restaurant when she catches Albert's eye, and Albert is played by Vijay Sethupathi. They hit it off, conversing about their lives, her marriage is broken and he has returned to Mumbai after a break. They even watch the adventures of Pinocchio at the iconic Regal Cinema in Colaba, Mumbai. The film is presumably set sometime in the 80s when Mumbai was known as Bombay. The two lonely souls walk around the streets of Bombay talking about their lives, even though they don't know each other's names. She had had a whirlwind romance that ended in marriage with a boyfriend's friend. He had a girlfriend named Rosie, who was his boss's wife, which reminded me of Raghavan's Johnny Gaddar, where the protagonist is in love with his senior colleague's wife. She invites him home for a drink. If the outdoors are all lit up for Christmas, the interiors in the film are strikingly decorated with red sofas and green colored walls, and the mise-en-scene stands out. He likes origami, which reminded me of Blade Runner, and makes birds and swans of paper. In fact, the motif of bird and cage is frequently used in the film. It is both symbolic and also a nod to the book. There are subtle hints that there might be some foul play, but how and when that will happen, that is the big question. Meanwhile, love is in the air, or so it seems. My favorite scene in the film is when they take a taxi and the trumpet solo from a popular Salil Chaudhary song from Rajnigandha plays on the soundtrack for about 30 seconds. This is one of the most romantic scenes in recent times, and it comes from a Sriram Raghavan thriller. Romance gives way to mystery and suspense in the second half of the film. The complete package becomes more effective because the manner in which the characters are established in the first half, that works fantastically well. The quandary and moral dilemma of both the lead characters is effectively portrayed. He has had his share of troubled times and can understand perfectly well where she is coming from. And moral ambiguity has always been one of the hallmarks of Sriram Raghavan's film, and this one is no different. There are also movie references galore. Ernst Lubitsch, The Merry Widow, Mackina's Gold, Jab Andhera Hota Hai, the song from Raja Rani, and Pyar Ke Mode Pe from Parinda plays in the soundtrack. Raymond Chandler's books and A Bullet is Fired when a classical music piece hits a crescendo, which is a nod to Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much, is also part of the film. Just when you wonder how the film will wrap up, you have a superlative montage at the end with a rousing music score to go with it. Apart from the above mentioned songs, there are also some classical music pieces which are used in the film, including Vivaldi and In the Hall of the Mountain King by Edward Grieg. The background score by Daniel George fits the bill perfectly. Rarely do you hear appropriate music these days in films. It is mostly noise these days, but this one is well and truly refreshing. And there are some crackling lines as well. One where one character says, लाइफ में बहुत सारे गलत काम किए हैं लेकिन चिल्ड बियर आधी कभी नहीं छोड़ी. And then there is the other one, मर्डर में मैं तुमसे 7 साल सीनियर हूं. On the acting front, Katrina Kaif is a revelation and this is by far her best performance. Her character has different hues and she portrays them with certain panache. Vijay Sethupathi delivers what is expected of him, which is a top-notch performance, and the two complement each other very well. This is one of the most inspired casting we have seen in Hindi cinema. The supporting cast of Sanjay Kapoor as a man looking for an opportunity and Vinay Pathak as the inspector is apt. Now, Christmas may be long over, but this is a celebration of good cinema and hopefully the trend will continue for the rest of 2024. I'm going to go with 4 out of 5 stars for Sriram Raghavan's Merry Christmas. Well, that's what I thought of Merry Christmas, which was released this week. Do let us know what you think. Do write into us. Our address is features@prudentmedia.in. And I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.